Welcome to another edition of the Mailtime Podcast. I'm joined today by Moshe Moreno, brother of Emanuel Yehuda Moreno, one of Israel's most decorated and secretive special forces officers, and father of Itai Shlomo Moreno, a Maglan commando killed in action on October 11th, 2023. 17 years apart, Moshe lost both his brother and his son in Israel's wars. In the wake of that second loss, he called for something rare at times, a commitment to end divisions within his community, bring Jews, of all traditions, together under one roof. Today, we'll talk about the men he loved, battles they fought, and the vision he's working to build in their memory. Moshe, thanks so much for joining.
Hi, how are you doing? Okay.
Before we talk about your vision for unity, I want to start about your brother and your son. For listeners who have never had the chance to meet them or don't know their stories, what should they
Yes.
first know about Emanuel and about Itai? Not as soldiers, but as people.
Okay, you just mentioned my brother, so next week it's going to be the Memorial Day. He died, it's going to be the 19 years. On the end of the Lebanon war, actually it was 2 days after the end of the war. He was commanding on a special force who's supposed to do some work. It's a secret operation, so I cannot talk about the details. But anyway, he was with like 50 soldiers in the area of the north of Lebanon. They did some mission. They worked like 3 hours, and unfortunately, there were people from a force of Hezbollah who did an ambush, and was died like 3 minutes before they took off with the helicopters. He served for about 16 years in Sayeret Matkal as a special officer. He was in charge on all of the top secret operation. He was a very, very modest person. Never was proud about himself. Never talked about what is he doing. Not because it was a secret, because he was very modest, very anav, we say in Hebrew. And I think that this quality led him to be, I think, maybe the most decorated soldier and top secret of Israel. Until now, we cannot publish his picture because he did a lot of secret operation, and we don't want the enemy will discover what he did. So he was my little brother. We were very, very close, and it was a very big shock because for us it was like Bar Kokhba, someone who cannot die. It was very, very difficult, and unfortunately, recently I lost my son, who, according to what I know about him, he went after his uncle. He took his way. He grew up on the legend, the legacy of his uncle, and when he got to the age of the army, went to do all the exam for Sayeret Matkal, but he did everything. He was very good, but finally they are choosing like 9 person from thousands of candidates. So he was accepted to a very good unit, Maglan. He served there as a negavist. The negavist, that's the best soldier who got the best machine. He was very, very strong, and his quality, I can say in one word: thinking about others. He always thought about his friends and not about himself. So I will speak about his the last days. He was here for Simchat Torah. He was married. By the way, was married. He was 24. He was married. He was studying in the university engineering. He bought a house in Ashkelon. He did everything by the book. 3 months after he finished, he graduated the army. He was already in the Shabak. He engaged to the Shabak. He was a combatant in the Shabak. And in this day of the holiday, he was here with his wife. Everything was great. We were happy. He was the Chazan because he had a very, very nice, beautiful voice. So he was the Chazan in Simchat Torah. And suddenly, in the morning, he found out that there is a war, and he received a phone call from his work, which is the Shabak, and they asked him to come urgently to come to the south. And after a few minutes, he got another phone call from his unit, from his reserve unit, which is Maglan. So he asked me, what should I do? That they asked the work asking me to come, but in other end, my team, my friends want me to be with them, and without the Negev, they cannot fight. So I didn't know what to do. I was very confused because I already lost my brother. So I told him, Itai, it's very hard for me. I prefer if you can go to the Shabbat. I think you're going to be much safer. But he told me that I have to do what I have to do. I have to be with my friends, and they need me. I couldn't argue with them. It was very tough. He got his opinion. He left the house, and it's not unfortunate. Unfortunately, the first day he didn't fight because they didn't have equipment. We have to understand. In one day, we got here a war with thousands of soldiers who needs equipment. As I know, you by yourself, you were a part of people who helped the IDF to get all the equipment. Anyway, he went to his base, and he didn't fight. And at the night, he called me and said, Daddy, we don't have a vest, protected vest. We don't have. You have to, for himself, he got one because I arranged him. But he asked me, he said, Daddy, we don't have. So I did a lot of efforts. And finally, in Tuesday, I sent somebody with the vest, 25 vest. They took picture and they sent me the picture and thanks me all the team. And in Wednesday, I was a little bit worried about my son. I decided to go by myself and to help the army. I took my little son, was 17. He didn't engage to the army, but I asked the army to take us, and we went to help people to go out from Sderot because they were afraid to go out. And suddenly we went to a gas station to fill the car, and we saw all the Itai team with the guns, with all the equipment, and we saw Itai. We hugged him, we kissed him.
He's
Ashgaha Pratit, by mistake.
Wow.
I didn't talk with them during the 4 days because he told me that I asked you, I demand you not to talk with me because it's very hard to me to be concentrated on the work. And so I respect them. I didn't call him. And suddenly I saw my son. It's something like something from God. It's not logic that I will be at the same point at the same time. And I hugged them, I kissed them, and his best friend, Daniel Castiel, was his best friend, his brother. That's the guy who came to pick him up with his car on this Shabbat. He told me, let's take a picture. So he took the picture, this guy, and finally he died with my son together. This guy who took the picture, Daniel Castiel, the best friend, died with my son on the same operation. I will talk a little bit about what happened. After we didn't have time to talk I was very, very hurried because there were a lot of people waiting for me and my son to took them out from the road. So I told my son, I'm sorry, I don't have time to talk with you. And now I regret and I feel very bad. I had the last chance to talk with my son and I didn't do it because I had the duty and I told them I have to go. So I didn't talk. I didn't ask him what is the mission, what you're doing. Nothing. Just hug my son, kiss him, and that's it. And after 30 minutes, I felt that something is wrong. I told my son I don't have a good feeling, and he told me. My little son told me, Dad, why you're worried? You know, it's nothing. I told him I have a bad feeling. I think if God brought us to the same point at the same time, that's only for saying goodbye. That's it. And unfortunately, after a few minutes, I understood because I heard on the radio that there is some terrorists who did an operation, and unfortunately was died. So I will explain what happened in Zikim. His team they were supposed to do an ambush and helping a force of Sayeret Matkal who were searching, looking for the hostages who were in at Gaza. So they're supposed to be a force we support the special team of Sayeret Matkal. And on the way to Zikim it's a beach and in Saturday, a lot of terrorists came from the sea, through the sea, and they were hiding on the bushes, a lot of them. And during the drive, they had a problem with one of the jeep, and most of the team they were repairing the jeep, and he and his friend were like 2 meters on the road, and my son asked all the friends to be ready because they didn't know actually if there is our terrorists, but they were afraid. Suddenly, from the bushes, one of the terrorists, they were like 8 terrorists, and they start shooting. My son, with his gun machine, he shot like 150 bullets, 150 bullets, and he saved. In fact, he saved his friend, and his best friend got like after a few seconds died, and there were 3 who died, and that's the story. But 5 of his friends didn't. They were injured, but because of the vest, they were protected. So in fact, he saved all the team and all this group. So that's the story of my son, Itai.
It's an unbelievable story. Both stories are unbelievable. As a father, I'm tearing
Yeah.
up listening to what you're saying, and there's a lot to unpack. I know we're short on time, but I want to ask one question about your brother.
Yes.
He's the only person to my knowledge that still has his photo classified. What
Yeah.
kind of missions was he doing that his photo is still classified?
Look, if I will tell you what kind of the mission, so I will you will understand what is the reason we are not publishing, because it did like you see in the movies. Let's say it was in a lot of Arab countries, and he wasn't a tourist there. Understand? It wasn't a tourist there.
Understood. Understood. So,
So
and that's part of the reason that we're also conducting this without video. I usually have
yeah,
video, but
we
just
don't want to make the link between
correct.
activities he did and people who were serving with him did with him the activities. You understand? Because if someone saw him on the undercover mission and he was with a friend, so he will make the connection. We say, okay, I saw this guy, he was with this guy. Okay, and there are people
Right.
who are still working on the field.
Understood. Now I want to turn to to that day. I think it's important for people to understand this was 4 days after October
Yeah,
7th.
that's
This
right.
was not
Yeah,
this was not in the middle of all
that's
of the
right.
craziness. So for those who say that everything was clear and that the South was secure, obviously it was not. And your son and his friends paid a very heavy price because of
That's
this.
right. That's
And
right.
it's important just for the factual record that the listeners understand that this was not October 7th. This was 4 days later.
That's right.
What was it
That's right.
like? Unfortunately, you've been in a position of being a bereaved family now twice over. Can you talk a bit about what it was like to find out that your brother had been killed and what it was like to find out that your son had been killed and how they were similar and different?
Look, at the Shiva of Emanuel, of my son, of my brother, came one visitor. His name is Bibi Netanyahu. Okay, and he told me, I don't know why he talked with me, but he told me, look, when you're losing your brother, okay, you endure, okay, but finally the blood will finish. When you lose your son, the blood is liquid. It never finish. Okay, the blood never finish. It's a different impression. Both of them are very hard, but to lose your son, it's much difficult, much difficult. And especially that you cannot figure it that it will happen twice. You can at first time you say, okay, I have a bad luck, but twice it's not bad luck. It's incredible.
How how did the loss of your of Emmanuel impact Itai? Did it motivate him to want to step up
No
and be
doubt, no
more
doubt,
involved?
no doubt, no doubt. He was very motivated. He was before the army. He prepared himself. He was running on the sand. He was doing a lot of exercise. By the way, he was the first in everything. He was the first. He built himself to be like Emanuel, but he's not Emanuel. He's not Emanuel. But I can find a lot of qualities that are common to both of them. A lot of qualities.
Listen, it's hard to be Michael Jordan's nephew in the case of being in the army. So it's
That's
not it's not a criticism at all. Everyone has the best of their
yeah,
abilities, but
yeah.
it's clearly in the
That's right.
Moreno blood.
Yeah, that's right. No doubt. He did in a short time. He did so many things. Also in the army, it was like every month. Although he was serving the Shabbat. At the same time, he did reserve. So every month he went to go to reserve. Also, he was completely motivated to defend Israel, to defend our people.
So you reached out. We've been in contact ever since we met about a year ago, and
That's right.
you guys started this incredible project that I would love the listeners to hear about. Can you talk about what you're doing to continue the legacy and the memory of your brother and your son?
Yes, actually, the idea comes through my mind during the with davening at the end of the Shiva. It was Shabbat, and we finished Shacharit, and the next prayer supposed to be Musaf. We did the Shacharit on Moroccan term, okay? We did on the Nusach Morocco, and then we had we got here a conflict. It's everywhere a conflict between Sephardi, Ashkenazi, and in fact, we start a project of building a synagogue, but because we had problems, the people want to pray Sephardi, people want to pray Ashkenaz, and I felt at this moment we have to finish with this conflict. We are Am Israel, all of us. So I knock on the desk and I said now Ashkenaz will be the Chazan and Ashkenaz, and from now we don't want Sephardim and Ashkenaz. We want one minyan. Okay, one minyan because we have enough conflicts between left and right, and Hasidim and Litaim and Sfaradim and Ashkenazim. The prayer, the daven is almost the same. Okay, it's very easy to make an adaptation. It's not hard. So I decide that I will take the project of the synagogue, which was stuck because we start, and as I say, we didn't have money because we didn't have motivation to continue. And in this moment, I had in my mind the name of Emanuel, which is Am, okay, which is people, Am, okay, and the name of Itai, which is Echad, one people, okay. At the same moment, I had in my mind this idea, and Sunday I said I'm taking now the synagogue. It's going to be on the memorial of Emanuel and Itai, and by the both of them were very like they were accept everyone. They didn't care if you are Sephardi, if you're Ashkenazi, if you're religious, non-religious. They were very loving. They love people. They love the Jewish people with no. They didn't do they were accepting everyone. So
They
that's the
didn't. They
vision.
didn't. They didn't discriminate. They were happy to include
Exactly.
everyone. And
Exactly.
for the listeners that aren't as familiar, there have been some divisions historically in the state of Israel between the Ashkenazim from European descent and the Sfaradim from Middle Eastern or North African descent. And this is a way of bringing everyone together, regardless of some of the finer or smaller differences in how the prayer is conducted in a way that's really building a bridge. And this is located
Yeah.
in your hometown?
Yes, but the idea was came from the feeling that this war caused because of the fight between us. I think the enemy we got it's ourselves now. It's not Iran, it's not Hamas, it's not Hezbollah. It's ourselves. Okay, we don't know how to accept one each other. Well, okay. So according to my opinion, the war start because the enemy saw that we are fighting, okay, and he understood that that's the good timing to fight with us. So that feeling gave me the idea that we have to reduce all the conflict between us. So I did my little step is to do a renovation of the community. Okay, praying together, being together, because the synagogue is the place of the Jewish to reunation, to be together. Okay, and that's the idea. And we start collecting money. We start doing evening. It's not easy for me because I'm used to be on the side who give, not on the side who accept. And it's very hard for me to ask people to to give money, although it's not for me. It's for a holy cause. But anyway, we are now on the middle of construction. We finish, in fact, all the roof. We finish, in fact, all the other external construction. Now we are on the internal construction. But of course, we need to raise some money to finish it. It's not going to be only a synagogue. It's going to be a place that we can talk about Achdut Israel. Okay, that's it. We are going to do conference and of course to talk about the legacy of Emanuel and Itai. At the same time, we are going to print a special siddur, okay, a special siddur, special book of praying which combine the Nusach Ashkenaz and Sfarad. At the beginning of the book, we are going to put some story about Itai and Emanuel, okay? And we are going to distribute the book. We are going to give them to the army, to the institution who are education of children and soldiers and everyone we can reach.
That's unbelievable. So how much money is left to be raised?
So we raised about 2 million shekel. Okay, we need more,
Okay.
something like million shekel. That's what we need to finish. We are not doing something luxury. It's very modest, like Itai and Emanuel. It's not going to be something fancy. Okay, because this is not the idea. The idea is to put spirit on the building and not the building himself. But it
It reminds me of the teaching of the Lubavitcher Rebbe when he talks about a sukkah on the holiday of Sukkot. He says that the decorations on the sukkah are the people, not actually on the walls. So
that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
what an unbelievable way to honor them.
Yeah. Because both, as I told you, Itai was a Chazan, and he was a Chazan neither Ashkenaz and Sfarad. He was very, very good Chazan, Ashkenaz and Sfarad, and he was always was praying half of the tefillah, half of the daven, Sfarad and half Ashkenaz. That's always was his tradition. So I want to continue his tradition.
So for those who want to participate and help continue forward the legacy of Emanuel and Itay Moreno, I will include the link in the show notes and send it out to the groups. So God willing, continue to try to help as much as we can as the Jewish people and those that care deeply.
Okay, you're welcome to visit. You're welcome to visit. Everyone who wants to come to visit to Aderet. By the way, Aderet, the location of Aderet, it's a very special location. Like 2 meters from here, there is the cave where David was hiding from Saul. Okay, 2 meters from here. And 500 meters from here, there is a synagogue from the second temple, very holy synagogue from the second temple. All this area, it caves from the Bar Kokhba period. Very, very special area, very holy area. And that's the location of the synagogue. So you are invited to come and to see and to feel this area.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Our condolences again. And thanks, God willing, everyone will be able to come together and help as much as possible to make this synagogue become a reality.
Amen. Thanks a lot. Okay, thanks.